Okay, good. All right, I'm very happy to be here and present the rewalk. For me, it's well a great feeling to introduce it here at home. I would say, though I graded the Technion in 1975, I have a history through my children. My daughter over there, maybe she won't be an engineer. So the main purpose, I got into this situation at following an injury, 1997, and I couldn't understand why the wheelchair is the only solution actually to people that are paralyzed. I couldn't grasp it. Looking at the history of wheelchairs, you have, with the evidence, I have it on slides oftentimes when I make presentations, on a Chinese base or something like that. It's from a 500 AD. And there's also evidence before that. So wheelchair is a whole thing. The wheelchair hasn't really changed a lot relative to other big technologies. So here it is, the rewalk, which the purpose was to develop, and we succeeded, a device that is not an assisted device. It's from morning to night, enabling most of the ambulation in the urbanic area, like stairs, climbing, descending stairs, slopes, and so on, driving, everything. For a paraplegic person, I don't know if the wheelchair will disappear totally. I don't know, but I don't see any reason to use the wheelchair for people like Radi that we're going to see here. Radi is injured, and he is T8, complete paralyzed. And people like him, I don't think will be really be needing the wheelchair a whole day. I'll give explanations why Radi is using the device. And but before that, it's important to understand that the walking is kind of intuitive. The person shouldn't think about left or right or something like that. Just walk. It actually moves the person from wheelchair user status to crutch user status. And all the person has to do, the user, is push the crutches forward. Then the whole structure, which is an exoskeleton, tilts also, bends also forward, and they're being sensed, and one step is being initiated. Then another step by another tilt. So just walking means just pushing the crutches. Suppose it doesn't want to push the crutches anymore, suppose the person wants to stop, then just stop pushing the crutches. Before I let Radi to demonstrate, I would like to emphasize what's wrong with the wheelchair. I mean, being grown up in a height of a child is not a very nice thing, where your head is on the level of, say it in Yiddish, the tuchas of people. It's not very nice. The dignity, self-esteem are the key points here. I'm not sure that the regular population is aware about the self-esteem issue here. This is the one thing. And of course, when you see a person in a wheelchair, actually what you see is something like an iceberg. You see the tip of the iceberg. A person in a wheelchair, in order to survive, must stand an hour a day. And there are devices for that, like called standard on the devices. And the whole, array of devices that are not necessary once you have the reward. So it will be also kind of saving the good for the, I would say, the medical insurance company will like the device because of that. The other, but the main save, the main issue here is saving the expenses are the rehospitalization. This is the main issue. for the spinal cord injury only, people like me, people like Roddy, rehospitalization is it's more than 10 billion annually dollars. Only rehospitalization. It's something between 10 and 13 billion dollars, a huge number. And we think that rework will reduce it even a third of it. Will take. And often I'm being asked, okay, how do you know it? Because it is a new device. It's simple because experiments, clinical trials have been made on what the effect of the walking on a body of a person. One of them, it is called the RGO, functional electrical stimulation. I won't go into details, but it showed, it is a research that the urinary tract problem, and the second is pressure sores, and the device doesn't support pressure sore. Only wheelchair, or you have to sit down in order to have the mechanism of pressure sore, and so on. So my personal hope to see the wheelchair being pushed to the side and not the only solution for that. I think now is a good time to start talking and doing some actions. What you saw that is stopped just by stopping pushing the crutches. On the device, you have motors. Each motor contains its own microprocessor. On the back, you have batteries, the main computer. And on his right wrist, there is a wireless control that Radhi can select the mode of operation. A lot of safety here. The tons of layers of software are buried in this device. But not only, the safety and emergency software is as heavy as the working one station. So very important. And one thing that if the person from sitting to standing, something bad happens, coordination. So the device knows how to sit back the person's, and then he can fly again. Stop. So okay, let's go around. Can you jump in there or something? Now, one thing is an important issue is that each stair will be acknowledged, because oftentimes the stairs are not even, and Radhi should make sure that his feet are well situated. And so this is why it's not a robotic device. Now, while he is using the stairs, he can't press seat or something that conflicts. There are icons on the control, and the icon of the seat, the sitting position disappears. While negotiating stairs. I want you to remember what questions oftentimes asked. Okay, the batteries should be charged during night so it can go all day long. And the device is not carried by the person. So the user doesn't feel the weight of the device, and the body of the user is being carried by the user, so it's very healthy. Learning how to use the device is somewhat learn how to drive a car. Once you know the technique, you shouldn't be tired or even working for hours. Well, next work. Now this is complicated. Looks simple, but it is not. And the safety is number one issue here. The specs of the device refer to the stealth negotiation using the person on the other side. But he doesn't listen to me. Actually, no one listens to me. My daughter here can testify that.